You know, I don't. Damn, which way can I pick?
I'm a transgender woman.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
And my dream was always to be loved and be accepted.
Ask your healthcare provider if Biktarvy is right for you, and visit Biktarvy.com to view the important facts, including important warnings.
In this place, we found our battlefield, our haven. War haven.
Can I lift the
Does it
shirts?
smell like weed?
I guess.
Okay, hold on. 5 high people versus 2 sober people. This shit should be easy. That'll be Friday every day, man. That shit should be light. I should know who high is. Right, it should be easy. All right.
We brought together 7 high people.
I'm high.
I'm high.
I'm high.
I'm high.
I'm high.
I'm high. It's safe to say.
Hold on. I gotta go back and look at how everybody high is high.
We brought together 7 high people.
I'm high.
I'm high.
I'm high.
I'm high.
I'm high.
I'm high. It's safe to say I'm kind of high.
2 of them are sober.
It's the
if the
white
group
girl
discovers who the moles are, they'll split a cash prize.
and who the other one?
If the moles survive, they win the entire
Hold on,
prize.
I gotta wait for the
Are the
question.
odd
I
ones
gotta wait
out?
for the question.
Let's start off with a snack.
Can I grab a cookie?
Just,
Yeah,
oh my God,
okay.
just,
Everyone,
cheers, just a little.
Just gotta break the ice.
What you doing?
You're not gonna.
I don't eat many sweets. What's
So
your
they
guys'
eat.
favorite like munchies? Or what to go to like
I will
drink
eat
or
anything
whatever?
that is in front of me.
Chips and salsa, just
Oh, true.
always
And
hits.
guac. Dude, this sounds weird, but like cold weenies with hot sauce.
Nah,
Just
fuck-
don't knock it. Don't knock it till you.
Do you
try
boil
it.
the weenies or microwave?
Nah,
I
I've
think they're
tried
already
it, that's
pre-cooked.
not
They're
good, bro.
pre-cooked.
Do you just like take them out of the package?
Yeah, just like raw dog them.
You raw dog the dogs?
Yeah.
Going hard on the glizzy?
Del Taco.
Glizzy, yes.
I be drinking gallons of juice when I'm smoking. Because I drink
That-
a lot of juice. I don't know what.
But that white nigga right there, high. He gotta be high. That nigga tasting every bite of wherever the fuck they eat. Watch me chew.
What kind of juice?
Apple juice, orange juice, any kind of juice, you know, that good.
So you're healthy, right? You're not eating sweets, and you're.
I mean, I like sugar, but you know, I don't go for like this kind
I
of
feel like both of them niggas hot.
I was mostly suspicious of Dimitri. He was like taking charge a lot. He also didn't eat any of the snacks, which was weird because there were chocolate donuts. Like, you're gonna eat those, right?
What? Am I picking up an accent?
Yeah, I'm from Australia.
Do koalas get stoned over there?
What?
From
heard
like
they
the
do.
eucalyptus. Yeah.
Really?
Well, weed isn't legal there yet, though. Like,
Really?
everyone smokes, but like. it's
Probably
not-
shouldn't go then.
He said it was illegal over there, so that kind of meant like, okay, maybe he didn't have access to weed. But obviously we're in California, so he for sure has access to weed. I really had no clue, to be fair. Wait, actually, go ahead, buddy.
Alright, you go.
I don't want to be rude.
Okay, I was just gonna say, yeah, let's get into some questions about. Let's try to figure some shit out.
Yeah. How did everyone like get high before this?
Smoke. My go-to, I smoke a blunt, you know.
A spliff. I was in a session making music. That's what I do for a living. And me and my buddies shared a few spliffs. It was nice.
I hotboxed my car for like 2 hours before this.
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
Hotboxed my boyfriend's car because I can't drive.
Do you guys do that before coming here today? Or?
Yeah.
Can I lift the
Does it
shirts?
smell like weed?
I guess.
You can try.
I changed right before, but this car.
Whiffing right now?
Do I smell bad?
Over here.
I'm not gonna lie, all of my.
Wait, hold on. I gotta reread. 5 high people, 2 sober. Oh, they gotta find the sober one.
Clothes smell like weed because I just smoke in my room and that's where my clothes are. So.
I knew that Dimitri was high from the second I stood next to him. The smell was, I believe the term is dank.
I'm sure everybody can relate on this one though. Like, do you guys get like super stoned where you feel like if you have animals, you're like, oh, you're gonna die one day. And then like you get really
No, but
sad.
I feel
You
like-
get super sad. I like
I
cry
feel like
after
they
that.
know
might be
every single
projecting.
time that I'm high. Like they
Really?
act freaking weird. Yeah, they like stare at me and they're like,
No, for real.
"You got high again." Oh, God.
I learned nothing.
Sorry, I can't react to this. What the fuck? That's ass.
This Duke front has held up. They're undersized in comparison. If you just look at them on paper compared to Notre Dame. And yet the movement, the athletic ability, the quickness, the linebackers downhill has given these polling linemen in the double teams a lot of trouble.
Hartman on third down. Pocket was collapsing. It's incomplete.
He hit the gritty.
Well, Cam Dillon ends up coming right here, but they're showing
Damn,
a
I
lot
couldn't
of
react to
different pressures affecting the communication. He wins on.
I know it's like I just react to YouTube shorts though. Yeah, it'd be. So we have to react to shorts.
Hey, how's it going? Can I see if you're subscribed to me on YouTube? Yes.
Hit the Zaza.
Hit the Zaza. Pat, tell him hit the Zaza.
Oh, like I never had the Zaza. Like the last time.
Hit the Zaza.
The last time I
Hit the Zaza.
Elf.
So the way you elevate.
I know how much you love food.
Bro, this straight. AMP.
I seen Kai working.
I ain't gonna. Hey, yo, is that? Oh, hold on, bro. Hold on.
What's the name?
Bro.
Yo. Come here, wait.
I've always wondered if I could draw a random person and
Look up.
Bro, I'm looking up.
Oh, what's up, bro? He like got a business card.
I'll be around you all the time, bro.
Pass.
No.
Pass.
Down on the boy. $20, you already know the routine.
Is that like your warm-up set or what?
I get this basic everything.
Hey, who your favorite rapper?
Money back down, like.
Who your favorite rapper?
Future and Thug.
Know who my favorite rapper is?
Who?
Sis Red.
Sing one of that song.
Ski. She wanna fuck with me, then I'ma have a stud. Bitch looking bad and got a stupid butt. I love Sis Red. You left him.
He called him a NPC.
But the security is not.
Mind your academic.
Round one.
Soon I'll be 60 years old. My daddy got 61. Remember life, and then your life becomes a better one. I made a man so happy when I wrote a letter once. I hope my
What in the fuck am I watching, bro? Once I was 7 years old.
Buster throwing uppercut.
Well, I gave him a half a pack I had. I bought me a new pack.
You ain't seen it like this since like 09. Big bill, the big dog stepper with no cosign. Y'all gotta understand, I got the upper hand. If it's my time, ain't no time to be fumbling. Big deal of pay-per-view, little bit of SummerSlam. Came on my way, you still not fumbling. I done done things like a sleep on his stomach. Get used to evictions and dipping and struggling. I was like 12 with them pills, I was juggling, dodging it. It was swimming. All of my lies, I done went head to head with me more than my size when you used to a lot. No touch, no promo, like except everything weighing inside. I was gonna give up rapping right after that album. It's too nice, I know.
What's up, everybody? It's Brandon Miller, and you're watching NBA 2K TV.
I'm only talking about the check. I've been counted out since.
One court. Right. When the cooking. That was good. Okay. I like this outside though. I need a lot of dribble in this game. Nigga really went out of bounds. Far over here. Damn. Look at that gate. Bruh. Nah, damn. Ho-ho. I'll take that. everybody out there to fight. Bruh. Bruh. God damn. But the was you? I can't. This nigga dumb as shit, bro. I got it in my belly, I got it in my bag. Fuck. I go man ass nigga, bro. Why lead the 3? Bullshit. Got out my feelings, nigga. Got in my bag. Bruh. Okay. Shoot the ball, nigga. Oh my god. I give a damn about that punk ball.
in the corner also.
Yeah, obviously.
Kevin Cunningham is no nonsense.
Yeah, he's no
as it
nonsense.
gets.
Yeah. But again, is it Lubin just he can't get off anymore?
You talked about it. What did the Fundora defeat and all the recovery? Yes, he came back with a win against Arias, but he has, again, 10 years now, turning 28 tomorrow, as we mentioned, but he's been in the rigors and unable to really get on track here tonight.
Yeah, it's certainly been a flat effort offensively on his part.
You can hear Cunningham yelling in the corner, use the jab. A lot more urgency in the corner than there is in the ring in terms of the Lubin camp.
Yeah, he's just kind of stuck. I mean, Eric Lubin is stuck offensively and has not been able to get anything going.
Man, Ramos even taking this round off.
I agree.
Yeah, I agree.
He's not throwing much, staying in the center of the ring, not pressuring as much as normal.
And again, given this opportunity, the co-feature of a major pay-per-view event, yes, Papa Ramos, used the jab, but Jesus Ramos wants to announce himself as a primetime player, and if he were to knock out a guy like Erickson Lubin, that would put him right into contendership, despite being only 22 years old.
Yeah. Well, people have felt, and let's remember, he handily beat Brian Mendoza.
Yep.
Brian Mendoza is fighting Tin Tzu in what may end up being a title match.
It will be, as soon as the bell rings in the main
That's
event.
right. One of the titles will become vacant from Jermell Charlo, and the winner of that will end up with it. So, there's no reason why
Ramos setting himself up nicely here. You're right, Al.
Yeah, there's no reason why he couldn't get a title match very soon.
And we talked about 22 being young, of course, these days, yes. But back in the days, when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore, Abner. At 22, you got a lot of world champions. Wilfred Benitez was 17, doing it in front of his high school classmates against Antonio Cervantes.
I'll tell you one thing, I wish I was a kid again for sure.
You were pretty darn good when you were young. In this round, Lubin is doing better offensive work. He just landed a good left hand. This might be the best round of the fight for him since the first round.
Thanks in part to
Ramos, who's kind of taking it off. So Lubin might be winning this round.
Still to come tonight, the historic main event between Canelo Alvarez, undisputed at 168 pounds. He says he's at 100%. He said he moved camp from San Diego to the high altitude of Truckee, California, near Lake Tahoe. When he got there, he said he couldn't breathe. Now he says he can go 12 rounds easy because that's been an issue. Stamina has been an issue in the second half of fights. But Canelo Alvarez wants to prove beyond a shadow of a doubt he is still king here tonight. Meanwhile, Jermell Charlo has been calling out Canelo since he started his career. He was 17. Canelo started his career at 15, and now he manifests that opportunity here tonight, jumping up from 154 pounds to 168 as he dares to be great.
Let's see if Ramos, who didn't throw a lot of punches in the last round, let's see if he gets a lot more active to try and regain the momentum of this fight.
Yeah, and did he ever have it? Yeah, last round he let it go a bit. But yeah, we're seeing signs that Ramos is going to press on the gas, throw that jab, get in the inside, and again, work the body, and Lubin again put himself on the ropes.
Through 9 rounds, Lubin still just averaging single-digit punch connects per round.
Yeah, and he's been doubled in terms of what's landed according to show stats just about by Ramos, and so many of those are body punches that are debilitating. And again, I mentioned never a out for Lubin after the 6th round.
Our unofficial scorer, Steve Harv, did give Lubin the last round, the round that Ramos appeared to take on. I'm not taking anything away from Erickson Lubin.
Yeah, I think it's fair to say he probably won that last round.
No, he did. And then, like Mo said, it was more because Ramos took the round off.
Ramos is not setting things on fire in this round either. He's only thrown 20 punches so far. So he has really slowed his pace considerably.
Yeah, he came into this fight averaging about 58 punches per round. And really, as we mentioned, Al, the average of the weight class just over 55. Nowhere near that total for either of them here.
Yeah, no, they're both low in volume. This round is sitting there for either one of them to take in the last minute.
Yeah, and I just can't see why Ramos, just doesn't go back to what he was doing.
Yeah, he stopped. He just literally almost stopped, which is odd. And Lubin has only taken advantage of it, not that much.
And again, the old Lubin definitely would have taken advantage of that.
I agree. Because if you feel like you're behind in this fight, which Lubin must, at this juncture, you get this opportunity here in round 10. Instead of lateral movement and boxing, you better be marching toward this guy trying to land something important. I mean, it's just, and as you point out, that would be more in character for Erickson Lubin.
10 seconds, guys. Stop at the bell.
You're up by about 6 rounds. You're up by about 6 rounds. Don't get all crazy. Just keep going great. These last 2 rounds, just go for the kill. Go for the kill. He's tired now. When he comes in, just counter punch. He's desperate. He's going to be desperate.
How your body feel? If you feel good, you look good. If you look good, they pay good. Let's go.
Well, that was
round number 11, the penultimate round.
The corner said Ramos, it's time to go for the kill. Maybe he took those 2 rounds off for him to close the show. We'll see. But it's definitely a platform, a fight right now, co-main event where you got to be putting on a show, man. If Ramos, you got the opportunity, you go out there and perform. Not that he's not doing it, but I'm expecting a little bit more from him.
It's interesting. Steve Farmer gave Lubin the last one, which you could do. It was very close, so unlikely, that he's in a position to just win this fight by winning his last couple rounds. But Ramos has let him climb back in a little bit with those last couple rounds of inactivity. And that, of course, that's unofficial scoring by Steve, but you can make a strong case for it.
And Lubin has eaten a lot more jabs than he has maybe in his entire career in terms of looking at the stats. I had a note that the most jabs ever landed on him was 22 by Terrell Gausha and Sebastian Fundora. I mean, that's been...
Yeah, Ramos has landed 52 jabs in this fight, and so yes, he's been hit with jabs and of course a lot of body punches as well. Abner, you made the point. Right now for Jesus Ramos, he feels like he's ahead in this fight, but he's been mostly a spectacular looking fighter, and that's why people see him as the future of the junior middleweight division. Right now, he would like to step on the gas a little bit and go back to the way he was fighting 4 rounds ago to remind everybody who's watching this pay-per-view, hey, that's who I am.
Look at this nigga.
I'm still expecting that. Hopefully, the next round close the show, but against Ramos, gotta give me a little bit more.
Yeah, and it's not like you expect him to go knock Lubin out, but he wants to make a statement here tonight.
Well, in terms of what you can't do and you can't do, and he's giving you the opportunity to do it, but he's just not taking it.
And the crowd voicing a little bit of their displeasure.
I think they agree.
Yeah.
And the final round of this welterweight fight between the undefeated Jesus Ramos Jr. and former title challenger Erickson Lubin.
Last round. Why you won't throw a left hand with your jab? He can't get out the way. Big, boom! Double jab, left hand, right hook, or just straight 1-2. This last round. You got 3 minutes. Okay. You want that diamond, WBC diamond? Yeah. Well, you got 3 goddamn minutes. Stay smart.
You got 3 goddamn minutes.
Fuck about no mother. I know. Move the hell out of here. But here's what you gotta do. You gotta bing, gone. Bing, gone. You gotta do that. Okay. 1 round. Can you do that?
Last round. Be intelligent. Be intelligent. Should I pressure? Yes, but pressure when you're, with intelligence.
Twelfth and final round. Lubin's trainer wants him to go all out. Ramos's trainer wants him to use smart pressure.
Who's going to pull the trigger? Who is going to do it? I hope that Ramos does it, man. Again.
Well, here's the point. In the last few rounds, here's what we have not seen, and that is Lubin backed against the ropes. Think about it. For 3 straight rounds, he has not been against the rope. Well, he's not there now, is he? He wheeled away, but he hasn't put himself on the rope.
He's using the jab.
And so,
as easy as he was before. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I mean, he's there now, but he's mostly been in the center of the ring. And I'm not saying it's brilliant, but that's why Ramos has not been more effective. And hey, look at Steve Farmer's unofficial scoring.
Let's go, Luke. Let's go. Stop. Hey. You caused that. You caused it.
And again, it's not that we're not giving Lubin credit.
Yeah.
I mean, he's won his last 3 rounds.
Okay, guys.
But again, I mean, you could say that Lubin has been boxing most of this last 3 rounds, not giving Ramos the opportunity to let his hands go.
Ramos letting his hands go now as he's got Lubin against the ropes. The veteran Lubin trying to tie him up. Referee breaks them apart.
Yeah, and this is the posture where Ramos has had him and been doing effective work until the last couple of rounds.
He got counted there a few times. He hadn't seen the signs of the old Lubin.
Remember, this is Ramos' first scheduled 12-rounder.
Very good point.
Not what you want to hear with 40 seconds left in the 12th round. The crowd showing their frustration, but Jesus Ramos at 22 years of age, looking to stay undefeated. Erickson Lubin looking to prove that he is still elite and top tier at 154 pounds and 20 seconds away from 3 judges seated at ringside to determine the victor. And again, Ramos controlled the first half, and then last few rounds are unofficial score. Steve Farmer has given it to the veteran Erickson Lubin. 36 minutes are in the books.
That was an odd fight, and part of the reason is it didn't go to form the way we all thought it would be. More of a firefight, a really interesting give and take, and Kevin Cunningham giving him some props, and I wanted to allow you to hear that. But a very odd fight in that Ramos took his foot off the gas, may have given up some rounds toward the end. How many, we don't know. Probably not enough to lose him this decision, but very interesting and odd tactical decisions toward the end, huh? And let's look at the numbers. And the body punches, of course, you look at Ramos, that's where he did his work. And he landed a fair amount of jabs, certainly more, and a couple more than Lubin did even. Landed 37% of his power punches, which is okay. It's not, it doesn't put you in the upper echelon. And it very intriguing, and Lubin not accurate with his punches. So, it turned out to be a different fight than we thought we were going to see.
Huge edge in terms of body shots landed, and Jesus Ramos known for his attack to the flanks.
Normally lands 36%.
We will get the official decision from Jimmy Lennon Jr. in just a moment.
Todos quieren ser campeones, pero nadie quiere entrenar como uno. Un campeón abre camino, nunca se rinde y siempre es el que manda. Dale una probadita.
Voy a luchar por ustedes, porque también eso lo vieron.
Nobody hits like Netflix.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds of action, we have a unanimous decision. Here are the score totals. Judge at ringside, Chris Migliori scores the bout 115 to 113. Judge John McKay sees it 116 to 112, and Patricia Morse-Jarman scores the bout 117 to 111. All three in favor of the winner of the WBC silver belt and the WBA super welterweight world title eliminator, Erickson, the Hammer Lubin.
Say a word. You guys take this one. You got the scorecards in front of you. What the hell is going on?
There's got to be a mistake.
Jesus.
Fascinating.
I mean, the last, 3-4 rounds? Yeah. I mean, the last, 3-4 rounds, perhaps Ramos let those slip because, again, he took those rounds off. And again, learn from this. You don't do that. You're not supposed to. You have the opportunity to really press, make this a unanimous decision, and I mean, but again, I saw Ramos win this fight.
Ramos goes down to defeat for the first time in controversial fashion, to say the least. Let's go to Jim Gray.
All right, Merle, thank you very much. Erickson, how would you describe this victory?
I'm happy about it. It's boxing 101. I was hitting it and not getting hit. Mono's a very strong kid. I tip my hat to him. Very talented young kid. But I was just tired of them calling me a gatekeeper. I'm one of the top dogs in this division, and I deserve all the top fights. I don't want no youngins coming up no more. I want the belts.
You rallied late. Did you feel that there was some pressure and you had to have some urgency because it seemed as though those earlier rounds had gotten away from you?
Oh, no, not at all. I just stuck to the game plan. Every time I come back to the corner, Kevin Cunningham was telling me, stick to my guns, stay boxing, use my jab. My jab couldn't miss, and we came away with a victory tonight.
Fans don't seem happy, and you only connected on 91 total punches in the fight, which is a very low output. How do you explain it?
I mean, that shows you I was just controlling the fight. I fought at my pace. I didn't let him do too much, and I won. I won the fight.
What would you like to do with this now, Erickson?
I want the world title. I want the world title. Like I said before, I'm tired of people calling me a gatekeeper. I ain't no gatekeeper in this division. I just beat a young kid that's 20-0. No disrespect to him. He's a great young fighter, but y'all got to stop calling me a gatekeeper. I'm one of the top dogs in the division.
Thank you. Congratulations on the victory. Did you feel as though you won this fight?
I feel like I did a little more, but that's all right. Congratulations to Erickson Lubin. He was sharp. You know, he had a good game plan. Congratulations to him. It's back to the drawing board, man. We'll come back.
It seemed to the guys calling the fight that Abner, Al, and the gang, who are experts, that you had kind of took some of those rounds off in the later rounds. Did you feel you were in control of this fight and put it maybe on cruise control?
Yeah, maybe. You know, I felt like I was just trying to show different dimensions to my game, not just to come forward. But you know, it is what it is. You know, I'll take this loss, come back, and learn from it.
What do you have to learn from it?
You know, not to let it go to the judges. You know, but you know, maybe not put it on cruise control as much next time. A little more pressure. You know, I'll learn from this. It was a good experience.
Appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thank you, Jim. Appreciate you.
Morrow, back to you.
All right, Jim, thank you very much. Let's bring in Steve Farhood.
Well, Mo, I don't know where to begin. I guess at the end is a good place to begin. The official scores, Patricia Morse-Jarman gave Lubin every round from 7 to the end of the fight. So those 6 rounds in a row to Lubin. And John McKay, who, by the way, I agree with probably more than any other judge normally, gave Lubin rounds 4 through 12 with 1 round exception. So the judges had Lubin winning fairly convincingly, except for Migliori, who added a 7-5 fight in rounds. As far as my card goes, I gave rounds 2 through 8 to Ramos. I thought he clearly did the better work. The punching to the body was really all that was going on. Lubin wasn't doing anything. So I really am mystified by this decision.
On the eve of Erickson Lubin's 28th birthday, he's been gifted a decision from the judges in Las Vegas. Now here is Canelo, and that's his reaction to what we just witnessed and heard. So let me reiterate, on the eve of his 28th birthday, Al and Abner, happy birthday to Erickson Lubin from the judges.
You know, I have great respect for Erickson Lubin as an athlete and as a person, and he has taken the toughest challenges in the sport. But this one, I believe, really got away from him, and I just disagree with the judges.
Let's go to Brian Custer.
You know, I think Jesus Ramos probably said it best. Biggest lesson learned, do not let it go to the judges, especially when you're in charge of the fight. Listen, you saw how the judges scored it. You saw how our Steve Farhood scored the fight. We ask you to tweet your results to us at Showtime Boxing. Now, I want you to take a look at something here. 70% of you thought Jesus Ramos should remain unbeaten and won that fight. Only 30% of you gave that victory to Erickson Lubin. The judges did. That's what matters in this sport. Erickson Lubin gets himself a victory, and right there as a title contender at 154 pounds. Listen, our main event is coming up next here from T-Mobile Arena. It's undisputed versus undisputed. Canelo versus Charlo. And remember, you can wager on the main event. Here's more from DraftKings.
I've gone the distance more than a few times to win my titles, but you can get an instant victory with DraftKings Sportsbook. New customers can bet just $5 to get $200 in bonus bets instantly, no matter how the fight goes down. Whether Canelo punches his way to another victory or Charlo clinches the upset, you're bringing home a win. Download the app, enter the promo code, and bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Life's more fun when you're in on the action. The crown is yours.
And as we get ready to bring out our main event fighters, it's time for another tale of the bet. Try to win you some money here. There's a mall shop.
Thanks, Brian. Can't wait for the main event. Finally, it's here. Canelo Alvarez and Jermell Charlo. What an opportunity this is. And let's bring in Steve Farhood, a man who knows these numbers as well as anybody. Steve, right now on the money line, we've got Canelo minus $5, Charlo plus 360. And, of course, the over-under, 10.5 rounds. The over juiced heavily at minus 290. The under is plus 205 if you like the under. But I know you're looking at some intriguing prop numbers that you see out there that might kind of stand out to you.
Yeah, Amal, the number I'm looking at is the plus 125, Canelo by unanimous decision. If you think the fight's going the distance, well, Canelo's won 20 fights by decision in his career, and of those 20, 16 came by unanimous decision. So getting plus 125 seems like a good deal to me, Amal.
Great point there, Brian, by Steve Farhood in terms of the unanimous decision. Both these guys very capable. You look at Canelo's last 3 fights, they've gone the distance.
Yeah, you're right about that. Listen, Canelo's beaten 18 world champions here. That's just amazing. This should be a really intriguing fight. Listen, as we approach the main event, of course, big fights here in Vegas bring out some of the biggest stars and celebrities eager to be a part of what should be a historical night, and a number of them are here at T-Mobile Arena. In fact, Dave Bautista, former WWE wrestler, now actor in the house as well. And since you've got undisputed versus undisputed, it brings out undisputed champions as well. Others in attendance, Ryan Garcia. Hey, he fought Tank Davis in this venue. Now being trained by Derek James, who's the trainer of Jermell Charlo. Caleb Plant, former super middleweight champ, lost his title to Canelo Alvarez. And I mentioned undisputed champions. Yes, the undisputed welterweight champion, Terrence Crawford, second fighter to become undisputed in 2 different weight divisions, is here. Got a number of Hall of Famers, including Roy Jones Jr. And of course, the greatest Mexican boxer walking the planet. Canelo wants to take that throne, but Julio Cesar Chavez is here as well. And speaking of Hall of Famers, yeah, the Sugar Man. Sugar, Ray Leonard, here at T-Mobile Arena as well. Well, our Showtime Sports Announce team here tonight. We got International Boxing Hall of Famers. We got former world champions. We got Emmy Award winners. And, of course, the main event, Canelo Charlo, coming up next. And we're going to pick up our coverage with Morrill, Al, and Abner calling the fight right after these messages. Canelo versus Charlo is being brought to you by Showtime Pay-Per-View. Showtime is the home of combat sports. Presented by DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours. By O'Reilly Auto Parts, the ultimate one-stop shop for all your automotive supplies. Everything for your vehicle in one convenient place. That's O'Reilly Auto Parts. By VMC Tequila Cocktails. El Origen ante todo. And brought to you by The Exorcist, Believer, only in theaters this Friday.
A glorious good morning to you on this Sunday. It is a very special day of worship. Put your foot down. The body and the blood of our Lord Jesus Christ. Where's Catherine?
She left.
For God, your blood has flowed through the ages of time.
The body and the blood. The body and the blood.
Catherine. Catherine.
The body and the blood. The body and the blood.
Catherine.
The body and the blood.
Catherine.
The body and the blood. The body and the blood. The body and the blood. The body and the blood.
God played that trick on you.
Rated R. Only in theaters Friday.
It is time for the first undisputed versus undisputed matchup involving male champions in the four-belt era. The main event is upon us. Canelo Alvarez defends the undisputed super middleweight championship against Jermell Charlo. Here's Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Well, fans, before we bring out our fighters for the main event of the evening at this time, we would like to ask you to rise for the singing of the national anthems. We begin with the national anthem of Mexico. Please welcome to the microphone to lead us the Latin Grammy-nominated international star. Please welcome Dana Paula.
Mexicanos al grito de guerra, el acero apresta y el bridón, y retiembla en sus centros la tierra al sonoro rugir del cañón, y retiembla en sus centros la tierra al sonoro rugir del cañón. Ciña, oh patria, tus sienes de oliva, de la paz del arcángel divino, que en el cielo tu eterno destino por el dedo de Dios se escribió. Mas si osare un extraño enemigo profanar con su planta tu suelo, piensa, oh patria querida, que el cielo un soldado en cada hijo te dio, un soldado en cada hijo te dio. Mexicanos al grito de guerra, el acero apresta y el bridón, y retiembla en sus centros la tierra al sonoro rugir del cañón, y retiembla en sus centros la tierra al sonoro rugir del cañón. ¡México, te amo! ¡Viva México! Gracias.
And now to lead us in the U.S. national anthem, please welcome to the microphone Grammy-nominated singer and songwriter Cherie.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free? And the home of the brave.
Ladies and gentlemen, the time has come for the bout you've all been waiting for, the highly anticipated showdown for the undisputed super middleweight championship of the world. It's time for Canelo versus Charlo.
I feel like after you beat a guy like Canelo, the whole world of boxing calls you out. Everybody gonna wanna fight me.
Seguir haciendo historia, seguir peleando, seguir ganando campeonatos, seguir defendiendo mis campeonatos, seguir haciendo lo mejor para el boxeo y aquí estamos para eso.
Winning this fight doesn't just allow you to become the greatest in this era of boxing. I believe this fight gonna make the whole history of boxing forever respect me.
Es un peleador que pega, que sabe boxear muy bien, que sabe utilizar su distancia y eso lo hace peligroso. Pero mi experiencia, mis habilidades boxísticas van a salir avante.
Don't overlook my experience, don't overlook my power, and don't overlook my skills.
I know what he's gonna bring, and I'm ready, believe me. I'm being in the ring with all kind of fighters.
Not Jermell Charlo. It's about going to be great. This is my moment.
Pues obviamente a la hora de que suene la campana cambia todo, ¿no? Que el boxeo es lastimar lo más que se pueda a tu rival. Esa es la primera parte del boxeo y eso es lo que uno trata de hacer desde que suena la campana. Y así será.
I'm ready for whatever. I'm a lion.
You will see, and you will learn.
And now, making his way to the ring, here is the undisputed 154-pound champion of the world, Jermell Iron Man Charlo.
If it smells, onions getting peeled round. If it smells, onions getting was out in the field since I was little. Never been house cat.
Jermell Iron Man Charlo in his own exercise in audacity, jumping up 2 weight classes, 14 pounds, daring to be great. He is 7-1-1 in world championship fights with 6 knockouts. 8 of his last 9 wins have come by KO, which is really impressive when you consider the level of opposition he's faced in those fights. He has scored 15 knockdowns in his last 11 fights, but while he's shown that he carries his power late into fights, he is fighting for the first time at the heaviest weight he's ever fought. Can he bring the power to super middleweight?
You know, he has called this a win-win situation for himself. But he said, I'm not here to survive and just look good. I'm here to do things offensively. Yes, Canelo Alvarez has never been knocked down, certainly never knocked out. But Jermell Charlo feels he can do enough offensive things to win this fight. We're going to find out in just a little bit.
Coming off the longest layoff of his career, broke his left hand, but now he's looking to break through and become a superstar in his own right. He said, get ready for the rematch because this is my moment.
And now, making his way to the ring, here is the defending undisputed super middleweight champion of the world, Saul Canelo Alvarez.
Canelo fighting for Mexico, fighting for his family, fighting for his pride and his legacy. He is 20-2 with 1 draw, 11 knockouts in world championship fights, undefeated, 8-0 with 4 KOs in super middleweight fights. Tonight looks to become the first man during the 4-belt era to defend all 4 titles successfully 3 consecutive times, gunning for his 40th knockout win and first since November 2021 in this building when he stopped Caleb Plant to become the first 4-belt undisputed champion at 168 pounds.
A lot of people feeling that he is on the decline. In the last 3 fights, Canelo Alvarez hasn't looked the same, at least the same Canelo that we're used to seeing. He blames that on, perhaps not training as he's supposed to. He's getting tired, and tonight he's here to prove that he trained really hard and that he is going to get the win and put himself as the face of boxing.
Well, let's take a look now at what the numbers tell us about this, and there are some intriguing numbers. One of the storylines, of course, we've all been following is Jermell Charlo's weight. He is going to weigh in at 12 pounds above the highest weight he has had before. And by the way, Derek James was hoping he would weigh in a little bit less and we would shoot for being a little quicker. Jermell Charlo himself said, no, I want to be heavier. Now, we talk about the fact that though he's coming up in 2 weight classes, he has the height and the reach advantage both in this fight. Interestingly, exact same height, exact same reach as Dimitri Bivol, the last man to beat Canelo. Will Charlo be able to do it?
Rules for the main event: only the referee can stop the contest. A fighter cannot be saved by the bell in any round. The fight becomes official after 4 complete rounds. With the official introductions, here's Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you to the T-Mobile Arena here in Las Vegas, Nevada, as Canelo Promotions presents the Premier Boxing Champions featured bout of the evening, brought to you by Canelo Promotions, TGB Promotions, and Showtime Pay-Per-View. Sponsored by DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours. O'Reilly Auto Parts, the ultimate one-stop shop for all your automotive supplies. Everything for your vehicle in one convenient place. That's O'Reilly Auto Parts. By VMC Tequila Cocktails, El Origen Ante Todo. And by The Exorcist Believer. Only in theaters this Friday. This undisputed world championship is sanctioned by the WBC, the president and supervisor Mauricio Suleiman, by the WBA, President Gilberto Jesus Mendoza, supervisor Kina Malpartida, the WBO president and supervisor Francisco Valcarcel, and the IBF president and supervisor is Daryl Peoples, along with the Nevada State Athletic Commission. The chairman is Dallas Hahn, executive director Jeff Mullen. Introducing our three judges scoring from ringside, from New York, Max DeLuca, from Oklahoma, David Sutherland, and from New Jersey, Steve Weisfeld. Introducing our third man to the ring, he'll be giving instructions after the introductions, Harvey Dock. All right, fans, here we go with the main event of the evening, 12 rounds of boxing and a battle of world champions for the undisputed super middleweight championship of the world. And now, ladies and gentlemen in attendance, and boxing fans joining us around the world, live from the T-Mobile Arena here in Las Vegas, Nevada, it's showtime! Introducing to you first the challenger, fighting out of the red corner. Wearing black trunks, a lion of boxing from Houston, Texas. He weighed in at 167.5 pounds with a record of 35 wins, 1 loss, and 1 draw. He has 19 wins coming by way of knockout. As one of boxing's exciting world champion twins, he is a 2-time world champion, tonight making his 10th world title appearance. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the hard-hitting and the acclaimed, current, undisputed 154-pound champion of the world, introducing Jermell Iron Man Charlo. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing purple trunks with yellow trim, the proud warrior from Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico. He weighed in the same as his opponent, 167.5 pounds, with a tremendous campaign in the ring. His record stands at 59 wins, 2 losses and 2 draws, with 39 wins coming by way of knockout. Here is the sensational star of boxing, the 4-division world champion and pound-for-pound great, tonight in his 24th world title appearance. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the renowned, the current, reigning and defending, undisputed super middleweight champion of the world, introducing El Orgulloso Guerrero de Guadalajara, Saúl Canelo Alvarez. Once again, here's our referee in charge, Harvey Dock.
All right, boxers, you received your instructions earlier. As a reminder, obey my commands at all times, protect yourself at all times. Touch gloves, good luck.
Let's go, son.
Referee Harvey Dock with 19 years pro experience, working his 344th professional bout. He is refereeing a Charlo fight for the 4th time. He's refereeing a Canelo fight for the 1st time. The bell, and we are underway. Charlo immediately takes the center of the ring, Canelo, in his 2 losses to Floyd Mayweather, Dimitri Bivol, comprehensively outboxed, has issues with fighters who utilize the ring, chew up the real estate, use their boxing skills.
Canelo Alvarez told us, as he always does, he'll take the first round, maybe 2, to take a look at his opponent, figure out the speed, the power, the movement, everything. So we wouldn't expect to see some torrid pace from him. We'll see whether Jermell Charlo wants to be more offensive early in this fight.
Yeah, it's known that Canelo usually takes the first couple of rounds to collect data. But again, this is when Charlo has to take advantage, steal those rounds, and also, make your power be respected right away. Make Canelo feel your power.
Of course, a much different kind of fighter that for Charlo than he faced in his last 2 fights. A volume punching Brian Castano, certainly not as powerful as Canelo, but somebody who throws a lot of punches.
And Canelo trying to cut off the ring against Charlo, who's utilizing the strategy all the experts said he should utilize. A lot of movement, side to side. Try to establish the jab. There it is, blocked by the glove of Canelo.
Yeah, again, but
Canelo loading up on that left hook, and that is something we've seen over the past 3 fights. One of the reasons that he has faded is that he loads up on every punch and has really, at times, abandoned an effective jab.
Yeah, recently Canelo just used himself. Shot the way in. And again, that's because Charlo's not throwing an effective jab, and Canelo's able to, just come in.
And one of the things about that hook, though, he wants to use that hook to keep Charlo from moving in that direction. So we'll see him use that hook, and it might look a little wide sometime to affect the movement of Charlo.
There's the jab, and one of the areas both fighters want to avoid, the ropes. And Charlo's found himself there momentarily on a couple occasions. Now forced to back up as well, maybe trying to set a trap, as he's known as a good counter puncher as well, but Canelo's an explosive counter puncher.
Yeah, and that's Charlo certainly doesn't want to be caught on those ropes.
And you know what he likes to slip and what he likes to counter the most is the jab. So, I mean, we haven't seen much of it with Charlo right now.
Wow. Those show stats leave something to be desired.
Yeah, very calm first round. Only 23 punches thrown overall. Let's take a look at the keys to victory for these 2 men. For Canelo, cut off the ring, and we saw him trying to do that with the early movement of Charlo. Wants to go to the body early, he did that. He wants to slow Charlo down, and the left hook. And we saw flashes of that over the course of that first round. We'll see him double with that punch. For Jermell Charlo, the lateral movement, we saw that. Pick up the volume. He's only been averaging about 40 punches per round as a pro. He needs to do more, and he's got to take Canelo deep and hope that perhaps some of the issues he's sometimes had with stamina might play a role in this fight.
Well, the 2 passions in Mexico when it comes to sports, you got soccer, you got boxing. After round 1, we've got a soccer score, 1-1. 1 punch landed for Canelo, 1 punch landed for Charlo.
Yeah, we knew it was going to be a slow start. Things will perk up here, that's for sure.
Yeah, definitely I feel that round. But again, I want to see a little bit more jab from Charlo. I mean, the way that Canelo lost, the fight against Bivol and Mayweather is because they kept him busy with the punches from the outside, jabbed, straight punches, and Charlo letting Canelo in too easy.
Canelo loading up with the right and left, partially blocked, but as we stated earlier tonight, Canelo loves to attack your arms, your shoulders. Remember what happened to Callum Smith, just suffered the biceps injury.
Yeah, Canelo's has cut the distance and been able to throw some of these power punches too early for Charlo's liking. He's getting those punches semi-home earlier than I'm sure Charlo would like to see.
Canelo told us that we would see a return to form, that he would go back to cutting off the ring, the stalking pressure, the incredible power, and the ability to change a fight on a dime. Here's Charlo now firing back from distance, but still along the ropes, moving to his right, goes to the body with a left hook, being muscled by Canelo.
And that's something we haven't seen opponents do against Canelo. Work the body, rip the body. You get the opportunity, you take it.
Oh, instead it's Canelo ripping to the body with a right hand.
You know, Canelo told us he feels healthy for this fight. The nagging injuries have not been bothering him, and he feels like his preparation and the ways approaching this fight is much better. We'll see if that's the case.
At the high altitude, I mean, he says he's in top shape for this. You're not going to see him tired like we've had in the past. And I mean, really strong. He started really strong in this round.
The jab at a premium. A minute left in the second. There's the jab from Charlo, blocked by the high guard, the peekaboo guard of Canelo. Comes forward, digs to the body, and left hook to the liver. Julio Cesar Chavez in attendance will appreciate that. And there's a right hand, but again, Canelo every punch.
Yeah, Charlo's showing too much respect. Again, you got to let him feel your power too. He's not letting his hands go.
Minute remaining in round number 2.
Canelo just looks too strong right now.
And of course, this is early on, and we don't know how those punches are impacting Charlo, but he's getting home with some of those in a way that certainly Charlo would not have liked.
How hard Canelo hits. So if those shots are landing, trust me, they're hurting Charlo.
Here at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, it's family night at the fights. Floyd Mayweather, the Hall of Famer. Of course, he taught Canelo a valuable boxing lesson when Canelo was 23 years old.
He still has the right going, but he looks a little slow. Keep blocking it, keep blocking it. Just keep working the jab, and he's going to try to get you up top. So keep blocking, 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 and when you have him close, then you hit him there. And then you hit him over there. Just keep blocking, and when you have the distance, then try the right hand.
Taking a page from George Foreman, standing Canelo Alvarez in between rounds.
Eddie Reynoso, his trainer. Jermell Charlo, trained by Derek James, as we begin round number 3. There's the jab and the busy left hand from Charlo.
Canelo normally lands 46% of all his power punches, which is the 5th best of all the champions. And very early in this match, he's landing 41%, though certainly it's a smaller sample size because it's early, but the punches are getting in, the power punches.
Yeah, we're definitely seeing a lot of the old Canelo, especially with those body shots. I mean, he's a guy that likes to rip in the body, but also go out and throw power shots early on, single shots, and that's what he's doing right now against Charlo.
Charlo looking for that left hook. Changes levels, and now they clinch.
And you kind of get the idea here that part of the Charlo game plan is to hold when Canelo's on the inside so that he can't muscle you or work, but it also means Charlo won't be able to do much work in there himself.
Coming in with and of all the fighters ranked by the ring, Canelo, he's had the most fights. This is his 64th professional fight, has been a professional for nearly 2 decades. middleweight starting at the age of 15. 475th round as a professional compared to 259th round, this round 3 for Charlo. And Canelo has never been down.
Well, the interesting thing, they're exactly the same age at 33.
In fact, Canelo 2 months younger than Charlo.
Yeah, definitely one of the toughest chins in boxing. Canelo's only been hurt once that I can remember against Cotto's brother, younger brother. That was years ago.
There's Charlo throwing the uppercut on the inside. He's got a good uppercut, and they're hoping that punch, when Canelo Alvarez leans in, can be effective for him. We'll see if it can be.
But they're single shots from Charlo. He's got to throw more. He's got to keep busy with the straight punches. Keep Canelo busy. Keep him entertained with the jab.
Stay off those ropes as Charlo comes back with the jab, but forced to back up again. Oh, lead left hook. Cuffs Charlo, and now Canelo measuring them. There's a nice sharp jab splitting the guard, but Charlo unable to keep Canelo off him despite throwing the jab, and Canelo continues to go to the body. We are through 3 rounds. All Canelo.
Well, Canelo Alvarez getting power shots home. Now he's using that left hook to keep Charlo in front of him, and it worked right there. And it allowed him to get the right hand home. And then we talked about Charlo trying to land this uppercut. It's an important punch for him to try. He missed. He's going to try and get that punch in.
Jab, pop, to the body shot. Yeah, can't get down. That's right. You gotta keep your mind straight. Keep your focus, Jay. Listen, you see the punch coming, you're waiting on the entry. Hey, let's go, guys. Don't wait on the entry. Don't wait on the entry.
The beginning of the 4th session, scheduled for 12. Canelo's undisputed super middleweight championship up for grabs. And he begins to again stalk Jermell Charlo.
Another thing that Canelo does, and I don't know if you guys notice, is that he hits the shoulders a lot. So he breaks you that a lot.
Talked about what he did to Callum Smith and what he likes to do throughout his career. Wear you down.
And it's worth noting that this kind of start, him kind of really controlling all these rounds, isn't always characteristic of Canelo, because we talked about him taking some time to figure things out. He's been offensive-minded, really almost from the get-go.
Nice counter left hook there by Charlo.
Yeah. And the left hook,
and the guard of Canelo by Charlo.
Canelo Alvarez told us the left hook of Charlo, he knows is a very good weapon, so he's wary of it, and he got hit with one.
And Canelo's left hook is a very good weapon, back to back. Canelo keeping Charlo in front of him, using the hook and the right and the body shots to just freeze him momentarily, keep him in his sights after, as Charlo trying to fire off the jab, trying to get back into this fight.
Yeah, and just when Charlo was about to, he was letting off the hands. Here, a hard shot from Canelo to just stop him.
You know, at 33, and we mentioned all of the accolades, all of the experience, and what Canelo's been through his last 3 fights. He is in vintage form here early tonight.
Yeah, offensively, it's a much sharper beginning than he's had recently, for sure.
And he wanted to prove a point. Here's a guy who has generational wealth. The big, nice right hand by Canelo. Pound for pound, one of the best fighters on the planet, the biggest star, and yet got caught there with the left hand that momentarily shook up. But, I mean, Canelo still motivated despite everything he's earned and wanting to prove a point here tonight.
What?
Mentioned that neither man is a big volume puncher, but Canelo's getting more done with his volume. They're both throwing in the 30s in terms of punches. They usually both average right around 40. But Canelo's getting more done offensively with those 40-ish punches.
Canelo making those power shots count. 20 seconds left here in the fourth. And another left hook to the body by the undisputed super middleweight champion. Double jab from Charlo, but unable to follow up, and then eats a stiff jab from Canelo.
Charlo on the ropes, throwing and landing a couple of jabs. One of them got in very well, and you could see this was the overhand right that landed. It didn't land quite perfectly, but it did get there. And of course, those are just the kind of right hands that he's hoping will really hurt Jermell Charlo. And later on, again, he's kind of in that posture on the ropes, that partially blocked, and that's the uppercut attempt by Charlo. And he's trying to get that in when Alvarez is leaning into him, but he's not making it work so far.
Don't get overconfident, okay? We're doing well.
Canelo conceded to us that he said, yeah, I think Charlo's faster than me, and gave him his props and said, hey, he'd probably be, you know, growing into the 168-pound weight class. Like, remember what Charlo is attempting to do here. Canelo's already done moving up to light heavyweight from 160 to dethrone Sergey Kovalev, what Charlo calls Canelo's best win, but that speed has not been on display, in that left hook, though, found its mark for Canelo.
You know, a key number here is that Canelo has thrown 50 jabs in this fight and has landed a couple of more than Charlo. That's important because it's helping him work his way in to throw some of those power punches.
I believe it was against Bivol where he landed only 10.
Yeah, think about that. And he's landed 15 tonight. Good point, Morrow. Very good point.
Yeah, Charlo hasn't been able to find the distance or, you know, maintain, you know, the range where he wants to keep Canelo. Canelo just getting in too easy. Again, Charlo not throwing the jab enough. Just beautiful work from Canelo to the body.
Compound interest to the body. I mean, those left hooks, right hands, they're all loaded up power shots. And Charlo beginning to move again, and there's a sharp jab by Charlo. Canelo allowing him to escape.
And that's always been the thing with fighters. Fighters, you know, they come into a fight, they say, we're going to box Canelo throughout the whole fight. But, you know, it's easier said than done. It's
well, Canelo told us, when everybody feels my power, they are surprised.
Yeah.
Left uppercut by Charlo, but single shot, and continues to absorb body shots. And that jab that is definitely back in the arsenal of Canelo in this fight.
Now, having said all this, Jermell Charlo has, at least to this point, not buckled under any of those power punches, at least now. But, you know, you don't want to keep absorbing them, that's for sure.
Charlo's been down once against Charlie Bellamy. That was back in May of 2013. Fight he bounced right back up and went on to handily defeat. And again, the laid left hook to the body, the patented shot, the liver shot.
At this point, Charlo doesn't know where the punches are going. Canelo fakes the body and then hits you on top.
With its best combinations.
Yeah, that flash of 15 seconds there is exactly the way Jermell Charlo wishes things were going. And they added the counter left hook.
And yet, Canelo continues to walk forward, unloads the right hand.
Alvarez walking him down and leading off with the left hook. And, you know, he got that left hook in as a lead-off punch, which is demonstrating how good his offense has been. But there were some good moments for Jermell Charlo in that last round. There's a counter left hook, and That and then after that, he would get him reel off a couple of good combinations as well. So there was some offensive life for Charlo in that round.
When you decide to get it, you don't get it. You get it a couple times. Be consistent the whole round. Win the whole round. Stay focused. He ain't got nothing. You see it, right? Let's go. Pick it up.
Whether or not he won round 5, a much better round for Jermell Charlo as we begin round at number 6.
It seems like he's getting into, some kind of rhythm right now, Charlo. And when he lets his hands go, Canelo's there to be hit.
Well, Charlo landed a fight high 9 punches in the 5th, but not enough as Canelo landed 14. Nice jab.
And Jermell Charlo, we don't know. Listen, I'm not even going to presume to say I think I know what's going on with scoring, because clearly tonight I haven't.
Tonight?
Yeah, maybe
the
frequently.
Entire history of the sport.
Yeah, but Jermell Charlo has in other fights had issues in earlier rounds and bailed himself out with good finishes, especially with good power. The question is, will his power be a big factor tonight as this fight goes on? We'll find out.
Well, so far it doesn't seem like the power is there for Charlo. Definitely not keeping Canelo off of him. The punches that Charlo's landed so far has done nothing to Canelo, and that's why he's just walking in forward. Again, we knew that Charlo's power probably won't be as powerful as Canelo's, but
Canelo back to cutting off the ring well.
The Charlo power could make itself felt if there is fatigue by Canelo Alvarez later, but that's down the road.
That's from Charlo the lane. Straight. Nice jab from Canelo.
Some of those overhand rights, not quite getting there, but again, the point is they hit you somewhere, and it's not good to be absorbing them.
A minute left in the first half of this undisputed super middleweight championship fight. Nice left hook by Canelo.
A double left hook to the body and to the head.
Sharp jab, popping the head back up. Charlo finds himself on the ropes again, trying to fight back. 3-punch combination, changing levels and clinches. And immediately Canelo back on the front foot, back on putting the pressure, but Charlo trying to stave him off with the jab, utilizing some lateral movement.
See, Alvarez trying to really doing a pretty good job of cutting the ring off at this juncture.
He was always very good at it, although the last 3 fight not so much, but he's keeping Charlo in the danger zone. Left hook to the body, good head movement there by Canelo, again avoiding the counterattack from Charlo. Charlo.
Talk about can Canelo cut this ring off, and you see there he goes, cutting off the movement of Charlo. Very good job there, and what it led to was ultimately him getting some punches in and not letting Charlo completely. There he gets him on the rope. Not everything lands. He gets one body punch in, but later on in the round with Charlo against the ropes, Alvarez is going to uncork an overhand right here, I think. Yeah. And it doesn't land perfectly. It's on the gloves, but this is the kind of mauling action on the inside that, he's pushing Charlo back, and some of those punches are landing better. He had some good offensive work at other times in that round.
All right, we begin the second half of this undisputed 168-pound championship fight. Canelo defending against until the opening bell tonight was the undisputed 154-pound champion. Jermell Charlo just eats another jab. Nice right, curling behind the guard of Charlo. Let's bring in Steve Farhood.
Well, it's been mostly Canelo. I did give Charlo the 5th round. I thought he landed the more effective shots. It was a close round, but otherwise, Canelo punching to the body and that overhand right that goes around the guard of Charlo has been effective as well. He's cutting off the ring well, so I have Canelo ahead 59-55 at the halfway mark.
And Canelo doing a way better job of, definitely cutting off the ring, but jabbing his way inside. Most of the times he would just hook his way.
Charlo down for the second time in his career. Canelo has a cannon of a right hand. Unfortunate again, another right hand to the forehead of Charlo, forced to clinch. Adversity in round 7 for Jermell Charlo. Finds himself in the corner. Canelo unloading the right. Left hook behind the guard by Charlo. Charlo lands another left hook, but Canelo keeps walking forward, eats a jab, but is not keeping him off Charlo. Charlo trying to fight back after taking a knee in the round, and that right hand has produced some highlight reel knockouts in Canelo's career.
And the granite chin of Canelo Alvarez serving him well, because even when Charlo's landing good power counter punches, it's not affecting him, and he's able to walk right through it.
Right uppercut on the inside by Canelo, backing Charlo to the ropes. Under 30 seconds left in the 7th. Another solid right hand by Canelo.
Come on, you hit him in the hip. Let's go.
What a way to recover from Charlo, really, because that was a hard right hand.
Yeah, the fact that Charlo's even in the hunt here and making a few good things happen in this round is actually kind of remarkable. Well, some very good right hands have landed in this fight, and this one is the one that did the big damage with a knockdown.
Measure.
Perfect straight right hand. And that uppercut there, and that's what made Charlo take the knee. He made a tactical decision almost to say, okay, I have got to put a timeout, and here it is again. You're going to see it's a straight right hand. And I think Charlo was expecting, Abner, a wider right hand.
He was. Canelo double jabbed his way in, and it seemed like it was going to come wide, but it came straight as a right hand, and he wasn't able to catch it.
Yeah, he really thought that was going to be
like
wide.
He was trying to and catch the right hand, overhand right.
So a minute into round 7, Charlo forced to take a knee after a straight right hand and an uppercut from Canelo. There's an uppercut to kick off round number 8, and a right hand to the body by Canelo. Double jab through the guard from Charlo. Needs to do more of that and follow up with the right.
Yeah, you got to do more than just the jab.
Oh,
you got
nice
to follow
little left uppercut on the inside.
And in a way, try to read Canelo's overhand right, because he loads up on that. So if you can counter it, I mean, that would be great for Charlo.
And a visual reminder that being a 10-8 round, it puts Charlo presumably, and that's unofficial scoring, of course, in a bigger hole.
Canelo continues to keep Charlo guessing, trying to utilize the lateral movement, but doing a great job of cutting off the ring and keeping Charlo in harm's way. Charlo trying to come back, but unable to get on track, unable to really develop any kind of rhythm from the smothering pressure of Canelo.
The theory was that if Charlo could get Canelo Alvarez into the 9th, 10th rounds, and in theory, if Canelo Alvarez was a little fatigued or he showed a little bit of that, he could get something done. But the problem is, in addition to a knockdown, we believe many of those rounds went against Charlo. So you may be getting him into these later rounds, but not in the position you wanted if you're Charlo.
Right, but even then, there's no sense of Canelo getting tired.
No, there isn't.
There's definitely no signs.
There's not, but that was the theory.
Yeah.
Left hook to the body. Yeah, going in, you're right.
Yeah, that was the idea.
That's why Canelo uprooted and moved to the high altitude of Truckee, California. There's a left hook across the temple, but Canelo digs down deep, rips a shot. There's a right hand that lands for Charlo.
Yeah, 14-week training camp for Canelo Alvarez. He brought his family up there. He said, I love what I'm doing. And he said, it was a joy to me to come up there and train so hard, and apparently he's done it.
And it's almost like Charlo doesn't let his hands go, because he's afraid of the counter punching.
Yep, I agree. Charlo's had a couple of good offensive moments in this round, but they don't seem like enough to be winning a round.
The way Canelo just sits on those punches, just so much power, so much force behind him.
Has led to him fading recently because of the fact he throws everything with bad intentions, but has been able to maintain here and now, trying to keep Charlo corralled. Charlo single shots and force back to the ropes again. Canelo trying to frame him and measure him, delivering body shots at the end of round number 8.
Canelo Alvarez, when they're in center of the ring, he's still landing big shots. I was going to say before we even showed this replay, mostly Jermell Charlo has been susceptible to left hooks in his career. Tonight he's been hit more with right hands, but here's Canelo doing the one thing that we have known Charlo has been susceptible to, a big left hook.
He's a good fighter too, so just don't be overconfident. Don't neglect the defense. Let's go. Be deep. Nice and closed. Hit a couple of punches and then come in and nice and close.
Over there. Hold on. Let me see that. Let me just get this right here. Thanks. Yeah, that's all.
It's worth noting now that Jermell Charlo, let's remember, is fighting this fight 12 pounds heavier than he has ever fought before. So we don't know what impact that'll have on him as this fight wears on.
So far, he's taking some hard shots from Canelo and taking them well. And obviously, the fact that he is 2 weight classes above the weight class that he normally fights. But I was expecting a little bit more speed from Charlo.
Yeah. Well, again, that's why I bring up the weight, too.
Yeah.
And his own trainer, Derek James, wanted to be a little lighter so he'd have the speed. He felt it was important to be heavier.
Charlo opening up on Canelo. He gets countered with the jab.
When he throws those combinations, Charlo has landed some shots.
And that's really what we've seen in the past, is guys who overwhelm Canelo, just throw punches and bunches, have opportunities.
But Bivol did that very well.
Very well.
Yeah, Mayweather, I mean, the fighters that keep Canelo at reach, entertained with the punches, straight punches and movement, make it hard for Canelo. But
there haven't been too many of those guys. Only a couple.
And if they do, they try for maybe 2-3 rounds, and then, the pressure from Canelo is just too much.
And Triple G with really good combination work as well.
Speed. Charlo was perceived to have nice right uppercut on the inside by Canelo. Those body shots are slowing him down punch by punch. 1.5 minutes left in the 9th. Man, hard jab by Canelo. Now overhand right that lands.
You just don't know when that overhand is going to come.
And again, it's not overwhelming volume here. But what's big landing is coming from Canelo Alvarez. Well, there's Charlo doing some good offensive work.
Yeah, but you want to follow up that body shot, right hand. He was there for it.
Yeah, he couldn't follow up at all.
But again, he's not. He doesn't want to take the risks. And I can see why, of course.
There's a lead left hook curling behind the guard of Canelo by Charlo. Long shot by Charlo.
The most important combo. I'm sorry, Mo. The most important punch now could be a Charlo left hook that makes some kind of difference. We don't expect him to knock Canelo Alvarez out with a punch or with one punch, but a left hook, and he lands good ones that could make a difference and slow him up. Because it would likely be the hook.
One punch combination that forced Charlo to evacuate. Canelo Alvarez comprehensively outboxing Jermell Charlo.
There was a moment in this round where we saw what we've seen in flashes, and that is combinations from Charlo. Double jab, goes hook. Now, they didn't get in, but what happened was he was at least throwing them, and he snuck in an uppercut, snuck in a nice right hand. And why did those last couple punches happen? Because he threw the combinations preceding it. And then yet another big uppercut landing from Canelo Alvarez as Charlo is kind of languishing on the ropes. And Charlo holding, which he has done on the inside.
Round number 10. Immediately Canelo pops off the jab. Charlo fires one back. But it's the pressure of Canelo, the short steps forward through the jabs of Charlo. Backing Charlo up yet again to the ropes and hits him with a jab.
So here's a remarkable number. While Jermell Charlo is 3-1-1 in 12-round fights, Canelo is 15-2-2 in 12-round fights. That's pretty extraordinary. That's a lot of 12-round fights for a career.
Yeah, these fighters definitely carry their power, to these later rounds. And, Canelo again not showing any fatigue, being the 10th round, definitely great condition that he's in.
That was a big uppercut.
Right uppercut by Canelo in the corner, and again, Charlo backing up, gets nailed with the jab.
Jermell Charlo, let's give him this prop. He's showing toughness in taking these power punches from a guy 2 divisions above him right now. And he went down, but he's not out, and that's just something for his fortitude and courage.
Yeah, and especially this late in the fight, a lot of people, thought that this fight might have been, ended any sooner, but no, this is the 10th round. Charlo's still moving, still, throwing some punches, but again, Canelo just with the power.
Good left hook by Canelo. Loads up on the right. Canelo has Charlo ropes again here. Bounces one off Charlo's shoulder. Just trying to wear Charlo down.
And that jab leading into it, 150 jabs thrown by Canelo. He has out-jabbed Charlo in terms of landing jabs, and that's a really big headline in this fight.
Almost 2-1.
Yeah, and it's helped him with all these power punches. So
yeah, he's 47 of 151 right now, while Charlo 28 of 232, and there's a left from Charlo.
And again, not a lot of combinations from Canelo, just single shots, heavy shots definitely.
Yeah. Well, there he just landed a beautiful right hand, but, trying to hurt Canelo is not an easy task. One of the best chins certainly in recent years in boxing.
go all out. Go all out. Work behind the stick. You ain't got to back up. Push him back this round. Only move when you got to move. Back him up. And this, when you shoot a shot, he go do this. Keep hitting him. You don't watch him. You watching him box you. You got to be listening, Jay. You got to go get it. You're going to lose the fight. You're losing the fight. What do you want to do? But then you got to fight him. You got to listen. Hands up. You see everything he's throwing. When he shoot a shot, you counterpunch this shit. Listen. You can stop him. Don't stop him. Don't stop him. He's tired now. Shoot a shot in the middle. Everything straight down the pipe. You move and shoot the 1-2. Shoot the 1-2 down the middle. 1-2, 1-2. You got to go get it, man.
Round 11, sense of urgency in the Charlo corner. Trainer Derek James says you got to go after it. Push him back. Easier said than done against a guy like Canelo. Putting on this inexorable pressure.
Yeah, I mean, that was really good what he told him. I mean, the 1-2, 1-2 jab, straight punches, what I've been saying, you know, for Charlo to throw. They don't have to be powerful. They don't have to go with power. But as long as you keep Canelo entertained, you know, you're going to be able to land. A lot of lateral movement from Charlo, but no punches.
Canelo is a clinch.
You know, the goal of Canelo Alvarez was to go to the body early, and he certainly did that. It hasn't stopped all the movement of Jermell Charlo, but it certainly has had an impact on him.
According to unofficial score of Steve Farhood, he has given 1 round to Jermell Charlo. It's been all Canelo Alvarez, comprehensively out fighting Charlo, but Charlo trying to fight back, but Canelo continues to just pour on the pressure, and he'll do this every round, every minute, if you allow him.
You know, he normally lands, I said, 46% of his power punches. He's doing other than the jab. He's around 40s at 39% in this fight, so he's not too far off the pace. And one of those punches created a knockdown.
Charlo just avoided that right uppercut from Canelo. Canelo stabs him in the chest with a jab.
Yeah, and he's overreaching a little bit too much now. Charlo's got to be careful.
1-2 through the guard. There's a jab popping Charlo's head back. He again finds himself on the ropes before clinching with Canelo. 45 seconds left in the penultimate round.
And this round has actually been one of the closer ones that we've seen, but, you know, whether Charlo's winning it is debatable, and of course just winning a singular round, we think, probably wouldn't impact this, but we don't know.
Body combination by Canelo, and there, right hand as Charlo threw the left hook. Chopping right hand by Canelo lands. Up jab by Canelo. Pop Charlo on the nose. 12th and final round is upon us.
Yeah, there was a punch that looked like it was actually going to do even more damage. A chopping right hand that he landed, but he was kind of going backwards as he landed. That was the only good news for Charlo. Had he been coming forward and had his right foot planted, that would have been a devastating punch. And then Charlo, in a bad position against the ropes, as he has been frequently in this fight, gets hit with another straight right hand. That wasn't a perfect punch, but it shows the watching. And for Jermell Charlo, of course, he is looking on, hoping his brother can find some lightning in the bottle here.
He was supposed to be in the ring against Canelo tonight. Personal issues scuttling that, and so for his twin brother, this is it. Now or never. 3 minutes left. Daring to be great. Jumping up 2 weight classes. Trying to knock off Canelo Alvarez. Round 12 is here, and just like every other round, it begins with Canelo putting on the pressure, though Charlo popped him with a nice jab momentarily, stopped him.
And it is important to remind people that Canelo Alvarez has never been stopped. He has never been down officially. And maybe, as Abner said, only stunned once that we for sure can remember.
Miguel Cotto's older brother back in the day. And, of course, Canelo said his favorite win was against Miguel Cotto when he became middleweight champion. Cotto, one of his idols. Of course, you look at his resume. I mean, luminaries up and down. It's incredible just how many championship fights. As I mentioned, this is his 24th World Championship fight.
And 23 times against former or current world champions as well. So
obviously the whole experience that Canelo has, and when at the press conference when they told him, Charlo told him, hey, you never seen a style like me, he kind of smirked, you know, and laughed like, hey, believe me, I've seen every single style. And again, nothing new. Charlo wasn't able to you know, deliver the boxing that I thought he was going to give in this fight.
Well, he hasn't. Yeah, I'm sorry, Abner.
Unfortunately, I know. I mean, there's glimpses of him trying, but again, it's just Canelo's too strong.
He showed glimpses of it at various times, could not sustain it.
There are weight classes for a reason, a wise man once said.
True.
Little good big man beats the good little man. Although when we looked at this fight, we talked about Charlo having the same height and reach as Dimitri Bivol, the light heavyweight champion who beat Canelo. And Canelo said he would return to form, move camp to high altitude, and has from round 1 on, save from maybe round 5. Unofficial score, Steve Fard gave Charlo round 5, but Canelo putting it all together. Now in the final 45 seconds, the crowd here at T-Mobile Arena hoping that Canelo maybe has an opportunity to close the show. Meanwhile, Charlo trying to find a way.
Glass right to the body is kind of an exclamation mark about the way things have gone here.
He stopped him with that body shot.
Yeah, I think he had a little bit of an impact on Jermell Charlo.
Definitely took some wind out of him, and again, Charlo just trying to end the round.
And this partisan crowd on its feet saluting Canelo Alvarez, who they believe is on his way to retaining the undisputed super middleweight championship.
Mutual respect shown in the ring. Both men showed respect for each other leading up to this fight. And Canelo Alvarez with one of his most consistently good performances from the beginning bell to the end.
No